Yesterday, NHK Japan documentary The Secret of the Big Hit Across Countries was aired, and everyone was so happy of how this documentary was presented, for we were able to know the secret of crush landing on you. So here are the highlights of the documentary. The MC Nanako opened the show and said that there were 3 points why the drama is so famous. The first one is casting. According to Son Ye-jin, she was very surprised that the drama was hit worldwide, and she did not expect it. She also thinks that because the story is like a forbidden love like Romeo and Juliet, and people is also interested about North Korea. And the reason why Son Ye-jin accepted acting in Cloy'S is because of number 1, the script, which is very interesting. A rom-com with North Korean story combines together. And number 2 is the writer who is very famous for rom-com love fantasy story like The Legend of the Blue Sea. According to Yang Kyung-won, who played Pyu Chi-soo, before filming he had to take classes for Korean accent and culture for 1.5 months. According to Son Ye-jin, the first climax of the story is the moment when Yeon Seri realized that she fell in love with Jong-hyuk. It is when Seri was lost, just like a lost little girl, and Captain Ri found her. In the total darkness, he appeared and rescued her. That's the moment she fell in love with him. Yeon Seri is a very positive person, but from many circumstances made her become a cold person. Meanwhile, Jong-hyuk, who did everything for her to make her go home, she has moved and realized that she fell in love with him. Son Ye-jin shared as well that when Yeon Seri squeezed Ri Jong-hyuk's hand when he was taken away, this was not carefully explained in the script, but they discussed that they want to emphasize of how his hand was taken in a way that she tried to grab his hand again. Son Ye-jin's favorite quote from Cloy is, "Sometimes the wrong train takes you to the right destination." The second factor that made Cloy global hit is the director and the writer. PD Nim said, "I couldn't forget the feeling when I first read the script book. The setting North Korean and a love story. He even went to New York to meet with the writer Park Ji-yeon. The scene in Pyongyang is very difficult since they can't film in North Korea. Since the film needs to be more realistic, they tried to film it in a similar place as much as possible." The ending scene. PD Nim talked about the couple reunion in Switzerland. Actually, the initial plan was a different ending. They were supposed to end the scene at a 38 parallel as a realistic ending, but it will be too sad for a love story to end like that. So PD Nim and writer Park Ji-yeon discussed to add more ending, and she asked if they can film the ending in Swiss right from the beginning. According to Son Ye-jin, "I was very surprised to film the ending on the first shooting in Swiss. I still don't yet understand how they love or how they feel, so that's the most difficult and hard for me. It was very hard all the time of filming." Son Ye-jin is thankful for the love and support for Cloy. She said, "I have no idea how to express it, but it's very rare to get an interview after the drama ended so long ago like this. So I'll take this as a beautiful gift for audiences, and I am very glad to be able to deliver it for you." According to Son Ye-jin, love can change people. Because Seri received love from Captain Ri Jong-hyuk, she became a different person. That's the feeling I wanted to play and portray. Another factor that made Cloy a big hit is the tension between North Korea and South Korea. According to the documentary, they made an interview with a Japanese journalist about the South and North Korean relationship. He was very anxious how North Koreans think of Cloy. Will they be angry? Will they like it? Will it make more North Korean wants to defect more? According to the documentary, after Cloy aired, North Korea made a more strict rule in regarding the punishment of people who watches South Korean drama or listen to South Korean song or contents. The punishment was like imprisonment for 5 to 10 years. It was also been noted that actually at border of North Korea, around 3 to 5 kilometers, you can use mobile to chat and make a phone call. So he made a chat with some North Koreans after asking via chat. Seems that all of them watch Cloy. They said, "We watch it." The North Korean he chatted with said, "We laugh, we like it, it's funny." I think it's the same response of people from South Korea, so it means whether they are North or South, people response are the same. They made comment that food looks delicious in South Korea and they wish they could eat it too. Cloy ratings was also been discussed in the documentary. According to them, in South Korea, actually the first episode is only 6.1%. It was not very impressive, but what we have to look at number of international subscription of Netflix that suddenly rises. It is mentioned as well that the international views of K-drama rises like crazy after Cloy aired, so never mind of national watch anymore, it's became so hot worldwide. Of course, everything is money, we want money to make good drama, it's a good decision we make business with Netflix. So here are the other factors that was been shared while filming Cloy. Everyone was so happy about the documentary, and we would like to thank NHK Japan for this beautiful masterpiece with Crash Landing on You. And let me end this video with a quote that Son Ye-jin said about Cloy. In an unfamiliar place with no one to rely on, just when she couldn't keep going anymore and wanted to cry, she sees a light in the distance. When she follows that light like a child, Jonghyuk is standing there. I think that was the moment Seri fell in love with Jonghyuk, who was there for her like a ray of light in Seri's total darkness.